Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Kingdom Death with me and Fen. We're excited to be taking on the Screaming Antelope, or as you call it, the Danger Deer?
Yeah, the Danger Deer. I tend to have a nickname for most of the monsters.
Ooh, nice. I like that. All right.
Except the White Lion.
Well, because White Lion's like the perfect name for it, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've been known to call the prologue White Lion Perry the Prologue Lion.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
because a chap who I used to record the Great Game Hunters podcast with, his surname's Perry, and it just kind of stuck.
Kind of just stuck.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yep. So we've done all of the setting up. So I think we should probably start with a quick overview of the gear grids.
Sure.
We're taking 3 gents out this time, isn't it? Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah. 3 gents, and then I think Wendy. Yeah.
Yes, and Wendy. Yeah. Okay, so starting at the top, we've got Roland, who's very much our main frontline, full guardian now.
Yeah, I'm just looking at the timeless eye too for people. Your attack roll is a perfect hit on a result of 9 or 10. Oh, okay. You cannot use blind if you have the blind. Oh, that seems pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good if you can get your hands on a perfect hit synergy weapon, like maybe an axe that does one. Who knows? I know. Then that could be quite useful a bit further down the line. Also, there's a fun of when we get to 3 proficiency, which essentially Roland will be able to achieve it at the rate of 1 per showdown fight. At 3, you'll get the specialist card, and that'll give you an extra ability with an axe, which is pretty cool, something nice to get. But essentially, like the previous time, he's the main man. He's going to be doing most of the grunt work, the frontline work.
Yeah. And then also just for a perfect hit, what is a perfect hit?
So normally a perfect hit is a Lantern 10 on an attack roll.
Okay.
And it doesn't usually do anything by itself, although a roll of a Lantern 10 is always a hit and a 1's always a miss. But you'll see, like in the case of the Bone Daggers, which we have over here on Silas, we can just drift over to, this has, it gives +1 survival on perfect hit. So you can see there an attack roll result of a Lantern 10, but...
I see, yes, I see. Okay.
Roland now gets it on a 9 or a 10.
I get you. Okay,
Yeah.
Okay.
So as I started to learn, Silas is like partially kitted out with.
This is Skids. This is Skids.
Skids, sorry, yes, Skids. My bad. Yeah, Silas. I'm going to do this a lot. Silas and Skids. Skids. I'm using Skids. Silas has the spear because, of course, he does.
Yeah, it's harpoon. It's harpoon. Yeah.
And Skids has the dagger because he's a rogue.
Yeah, it's his the switchblade. Yeah.
The switchblade. Yeah. So he's like secondary front line now, with a little bit of protection.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get a second armor set sorted out on that front, and then you're going to have to make the decision what our third armor set's going to be, which we can talk about if we get out of this alive.
Ooh, interesting.
And then
all right.
Now we've got Silas, actually Silas, not fake Silas, who is on spear. So obviously very thematic. Also, spear's my second favorite weapon type in this game.
Nice.
I love spears. They're really fun. My favorite is whips.
Okay.
Spoilers, they're not very good in the core game. There's just not enough options.
Yeah.
But I love them. They have a very fun kind of design to them. But the cool thing, which I hadn't put together this like as a connection until you did it. Silas is our guy who he was a stranger in the settlement, but it turned out he'd always been there because nobody ever really paid attention to him. He has this zero presence fighting art, which has the picture of White Lion because it's White Lion related. And you get 1 strength for attacking a monster in the blind spot, and you get to consider that you're always in the blind spot. So usually, like, this doesn't make a huge difference for damage dealers because they typically want to be in the blind spot anyway for the accuracy bonus.
Yeah.
But I can just say, like, in all my years of playing this game, I hadn't put this together. Of course, with the spear, it's really good because spear has reach 2. You prefer to be at a longer distance. So now you're always in the blind spot and you can be at distance 2, which also means zero presence is really good with ranged weapons. Yeah. So that was the thing when you did this last week, and just after the session, I messaged you that I need to remember to talk about Silas because literally I hadn't put this together. The reason being, I hardly ever get to play with zero presence. I don't hunt the White Lion so much in my personal campaigns now because there's 4 options for the Node 1 monster, and I've played with the Lion a lot. So this is my first time seeing Zero presence in probably a year, and it's first time I made the connection. And that's what I love about playing this with people. And I try to be hands off with the occasional light touch on the on the tiller.
Yeah.
Because people do things, and I go, "Ooh, I hadn't thought of that."
Yeah.
And it's a delight. So that's what I want to say. It's really cool. It's going to be fun to see this in action. Effectively, the spear is like 5 accuracy, 4 strength. That's really good. That
is actually that does seem pretty legit.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a great damage dealer. Nice. Silas.
Sweet.
So, and last of all, we've got the Wendy and Peter twins. It's Wendy this time. I'm kind of spinning my wheels a bit here because thrown weapons don't have a proficiency. Yeah. So I've been juggling them until we kind of work out what we're doing with that last character, figure out the final weapon for them.
Yeah.
But I don't mind rotating a bunch of different characters in. It's nice to have backups.
Oh,
and
yeah,
Bone
definitely.
Darts is so good anyway that it's okay. So she's a strategist again.
So here's actually a question I want to ask too, as I'm kind of curious. Because like the video game Darkest Dungeon, there's a thing where you kind of like send like a dud team out to just gather resources, because if they die, it's okay. Is that something that also happens in Kingdom Death Monster? You just sometimes build a team of like not your main unit and send them out?
So there's 2 types of monsters in this game. Well, 3 types. There's quarry monsters, nemesis monsters, and then there's like the big nemesis monsters. You don't want to lose against the big nemesis monsters, but sometimes against the standard nemesis monsters, people will build like a B team.
Okay. Yeah.
For reasons that will make sense. We've got the Butcher coming up. We'll have a discussion about what we're doing with that. My preference is to have a team and a B team of like bench warmers who are switching it out when injuries require it, or so on and so forth. And then I will have a dedicated nemesis team that rotates around a bit. So usually, because of the all or nothing case of the resources in this game, you can't completely risk it.
I get you.
But sometimes you might take a bunch of newbies out for various reasons. Like maybe you're fighting a new monster, you don't feel confident.
Yeah, you want to learn its mechanics. Yeah.
So you kind of do it that way, but not as much as Darkest Dungeon, no.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah. All right. Should I read the little story, the little folklore about the Screaming Antelope?
Just very quickly before you do, we set up the hunt board, same as last time, but the cards are in a slightly different location, and we have 2 Screaming Antelope specific events. And here's a little picture of the Screaming Antelope. I really like this picture. I wish the model looked like this.
This one looks a little bit less furry and a little bit more fricked up.
Yeah, I really love the horn shape on it as well.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. There once was a fearsome monster that was trained by the hand to be a steed for the goblin. However, upon smelling its new master, the monster's mind shattered and it ran into the unknown, foaming at the mouth and biting the noses off the stone-faced floor. Okay. Went crazy because its master smelled evil or like unimaginable cosmos. I get it. Or just really bad, just really stinky. Yeah.
We could talk about the goblin at some point, but I think it's better to leave that, unless maybe if we play another campaign, the goblin might, be featured in some way or another. Yeah,
very fun.
Who knows? But it is a fun one. Right. Okay. Same as before. Let's get moving, shall we? So I'll stick Wendy on the first spot.
Sure.
She's like furthest back. Let's see what happens.
Stampede. Oh, sorry, yeah. I was just drinking water.
Yeah.
A thunderous boom approaches. The survivors may hide. If they do, move the quarry back 1 space. Otherwise, all survivors gain +1 courage. The event revealer rolls a d10. Okay, so I'm just what's event damage? I'm just curious what that is.
Event damage is damage that's capped in that it can't cause trauma.
Okay.
So you can get both of the boxes marked, or all the way down, light and heavy, but you then don't take severe injuries. Just you arrive at the showdown in that situation. So being trampled would be horrendously bad. Many of the survivors would be close to death's door already.
Yeah.
So our choice.
But this is your choice, right? Yeah, this is your choice.
Yeah, this is it's a collective choice.
Oh, okay.
It's not really so either we get the courage and we risk the 10% of the trampled is terrible. The 2 brain event damage is not great.
Yeah.
But then the top section is also we start the showdown immediately. So essentially we're getting 1 courage. Does anyone?
And Roland is 1 away from courage.
So he would hit bold, which spoilers is not that particularly great here.
Okay.
My opinion is I should just let it move back 1.
Sure, sounds great.
Us being trampled here would be a disaster.
That's also kind of like the vibe I have too. I would enjoy if that was pushed
so
back.
this moves back 1, and there'll be another event. I mean, it does suck for the event hunt to be a bit longer, but it shouldn't be too bad. Okay.
Let's do Silas next. Does it go clockwise from this? Does it matter?
No, it doesn't matter here. It's pretty much our choice.
All right, let's do Silas.
Okay, this is going to be...
Yeah, one of these ones. All right, I'll grab one of those D10s.
Okay.
And then we have 24.
24. Okay, it's food from the mouths of others over here. Where you go.
Foods from the mouths of others. The survivors pass a stone face that appears to be holding something in its mouth. The event revealer investigates. Gain +1 courage and roll a d10. So Silas is going to mark a courage. Brave little guy. And then we're going to roll a d10, and we're going to get a 4. Which is, there's nothing here. It was just a trick of the lantern light. Okay.
Okay. I mean, nothing ventured, nothing gained.
So I imagine with these...
+1 courage.
Yeah, that is nice. With these random events, they're kind of just meant to be kind of like replayable, because you can get them like multiple times. Yeah. I know when I was playing with James, we were recording, there was one that was like, if you don't have a key, this does nothing, roll again, which I thought was pretty cool. There's that kind of stuff too. Yeah,
there is. That's a really fun event. It's a Warhammer Quest reference, which is really neat. Okay, I'll stick skids on this, and here we go. It's migration.
Oh my god! I see what you mean about this being a long hunt. Yeah.
Okay, so some unseen force has settled the massive migration. Nothing remains but uprooted acanthus plants and shattered ground, ruined by hooves. Move the screaming antelope 3 spaces away from the survivors on the hunt board. Hello, overwhelming darkness, my old friend. I didn't want us to have to meet this so soon, but here we are.
All right. Well, that's sometimes how it goes, right?
Yeah. That is.
All right, I'll roll on these, and we'll do 36.
Okay.
36. On the trail. The survivors rush forward, feeling their quarry close at hand. Skip the next hunt space. If this movement begins the showdown, the survivors ambush their quarry. Okay.
Yep. So.
We're just skipping right to overwhelming darkness?
Right into overwhelming darkness. Yeah, there's no skipping overwhelming darkness. Okay, so this event normally separates away the level 2s from the survivors, representing how far they are in this.
Okay.
So normally you're a bit more prepared when it comes into this situation, but
not so much here.
Screaming Antelope is a fickle creature. So here we are. So overwhelming darkness. All survivors must determine their paths and walk them simultaneously, and you're probably going to have to pixelate the page on the left a bit.
Oh, sure, yeah. All right, I'll just make a note here. Oh, yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
All right, let me just do 1337-ish. Okay.
It's no worse than Greek art, but yeah. Okay, so insane survivors walk the path of the insane. Survivors with 3+ courage walk the path of the brave, and if no other path applies, walk the path of the doomed. I think. Let's see if anyone's insane. No.
You need to have 3, right? 3?
Yes. No. Okay. So everyone's walking the path of the doomed. So I'll grab. There we are. We'll roll them all, and then we check the results simultaneously.
Sure.
Oh, okay. Right. So that's Silas and Wendy. Silas with a 10, Wendy with a 1.
Okay.
If you want to roll for your 2.
Sure. Oh, so that means Skid. Sorry, Skids. So Skid's got the 10, Wendy got the 1.
Skid. Yeah. I'm going to do this. So
I'll do left is going to be Roland, right's going to be Silas. We got a 6 and a 3.
All right. Okay, so we'll walk up them from bottom. Wendy, a host of translucent moths, gently descends on her. She must spend all survival at least 1, or her lantern light vanishes and she's never seen again, dead. So Wendy has no survival.
Okay, so yeah, okay.
Yep. All right.
Better than being dead, though, right?
Yes, yes. It is better than being dead, true.
All right. We got a 3 here for Silas.
Yep.
You glimpse a nightmare whale swimming overhead. Yeah, that seems about right. Your heart shrivels, lose half your survival rounded down, and gain the post-traumatic stress disorder.
Okay, so PTSD is basically skip the next hunt.
Oh, okay.
You can type it into the disorders and then mark the skip next hunt.
Okay, but that doesn't affect this one right now. He just needs some time after this.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. He'll have to chill in the settlement, getting over the horror of the whale.
Roland got a 6. You choke on the atmosphere, it leaves you sick and unbalanced, lose monster level survival, and gain an -1 evasion token. So we're going to lose 1 survival.
Yeah. The -1 evasion token that's basically undone the benefit of the rawhide vest. I'll just pop it on there.
Oh, okay, yeah, perfect.
Yeah. And then
the
finally...
10. Resolute, gain +1 insanity and +1 courage. A+. Nice job, Skids!
Yeah, nice job, Skids.
He's a rogue. He had a savant committed to that test. He's doing fine.
It was insanity as well as courage, yeah?
Yeah, insanity and courage,
Yeah. Cool. Right.
Nice.
Okay, good job,
so that's
Skids.
Wendy who's there, right?
Yep, right, so yeah, Wendy, yeah.
So then it goes to Silas, and he'll reveal this one. Carpet of tricks. The ground is covered with a carpet of ticks, not tricks.
Yeah.
Of huge writhing ticks. Each survivor must try to fend off the swarm. Roll 1d10 and add your hunt experience. On a result of 6+, you successfully smash the ticks away in a shower of gore. Otherwise, on a result below 6, the ticks make you 6. Reduce your survival to 0. Roll 1d10. On an 8 or higher, suffer 1 permanent strength. Ooh, ay caramba.
Yeah, okay.
So Roland's going to be adding 2. Silas is going to be adding 1.
Yeah.
So I'll do left again.
2, Wendy 1. Yep. Okay.
Right, so here's left is Roland, right is Silas. Silas is going to have to roll. Roland is okay. So reduce your survival to 0 and roll in a d10 for Silas. Oh no! He gets -1 strength.
Oh, yeah. There goes his
bonus, yeah.
His 0 presence bonus. Wow. What a horror this hunt phase has been. Okay, I'll just roll them separately. There and there. So that is exactly a 6 on the money for Skids.
Nice.
And a fail for Wendy, who doesn't have any survival anyway. So essentially, does she suffer the -1 strength? She does not.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right, and now it's finally hunt time. We did it.
We finally made it. All right, if you'd like to right-click on the Antelope and pick Showdown Level 1.
Showdown Level 1, confirm. Yeah, that was a little bit touch and go there, but... Oh, we got the dead body.
We do, we got the dead monster. Right, and we're going to have to adjust things a little bit to match the Showdown layout. But interestingly, we're deploying on one of the 2 long edges for this Showdown.
Yeah, I saw that in the picture, which is pretty sick.
Right, okay, so we get to place the acanthus plants, 6 of them total, anywhere within the green area. We cannot move the bug patch. That's its fixed spot. And then we get to put the debris and the dead monster slightly around a bit, depending how we want to sort it out.
Okay.
Right.
So with the dead monster, we can start anywhere on the board. And we may go first. That does seem pretty sick.
It is really good.
And we can scavenge it. Okay. Adjacent to the monster.
Yeah.
We have debris, which is roll 1d10 to scavenge. If carrying a scavenger kit, add +3. A critical miss is you are knocked down. Otherwise, it's... Ooh, you can find gear. Interesting.
Yeah.
Bug patch for people at home. Roll 1d10 to scavenge, and if you add +1 if you have the scavenger kit. An investigator with your face stares back at you and scuttles... An insect, sorry. I read investigator. I say IN, and my brain just was like, I know what this says. It says investigator.
It's a tiny little Mandy.
Yeah. Hello, little Mandy. Okay, just some random resources. Only on the one. The one is the bad one. 3 brain damage is a lot, though. And then we got some acanthus plants, which, if I remember correctly, are just like some resources we can harvest.
Yeah, some potentially healing herbs.
And then do we also get to do Wendy's strategist?
Yeah, we get to do Wendy's strategist. We also get to do our rival for Silas and Wendy, who both gain an insanity and a survival with their stone noses.
Nice, because they both went down to 0, so at least they have 1.
Yeah, they do, yeah. Right, Wendy is now insane. Okay. Now let's grab that. Terrain. Get me a big stone face. Right, okay.
And this is the thing, if you don't remember, for people who are watching, or for some reason you're watching this one first, welcome. This is the thing that we can climb on to attack, which is going to be really nice for Wendy. She can just park herself on it.
Yeah, has to be at least 5 spaces away from the board edges, though, so she can deploy starting on it. Right, so this is really good to get the get this lovely monster corpse. Which I would suggest you don't look too closely at, otherwise you're going to be blurring it for most of the time.
Oh, is that little thing dangling out front?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. I can see it kind of from zoomed out back here, yeah.
Or you could just try and claim that it's, I don't know, intestines, because maybe
it's just a third leg. That's just how it is, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Third leg, that doesn't help. Yeah. So,
and what's this thing down here?
Yeah, that's the debris pile.
Oh, okay.
That's got to be next to a board edge. So that's one thing I was just briefly thinking about. Is like the ideal thing would be for Wendy to scoop it up and then move in, but of course that means then she's not on top of the giant stone face to start with. The
range on the bow and darts is 6, right?
8 on top of the stone face.
8 on top of the stone face. So I mean, like, we could put, like, what's the placement for the stone face? It's set up at least 5 spaces away from all board edges. Like, we could do, like, Wendy could harvest, then, like, move towards it and climb on. If she takes a turn or two to attack, right? As long as we keep the antelope somewhat close to her, it's probably worth it, right?
Yeah. So let me just move that. I think, like, my preference would be to. It needs to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5 like that. Perfect. And then I could do that. I could start Wendy by here, so she'll interact with that. She'll come up here, and then she can like deploy to the front of the stone face.
Yeah, seems good.
I think given the distance, I can actually put it like that.
Yeah, because then you can go like.
It's probably better.
You can't if you harvest this. You can't also climb on, right? Because that's your lightning bolt.
Yeah. That's my activation. My lightning bolt. I would need Surge to be able to do that differently, which we don't have. No.
Okay.
Right. So then
the acanthus plants have to be at least 6 spaces away from all the others. So these are going to just kind of be.
There's a special deployment rule for the acanthus plants. They have to be within this green zone, which is basically within 4 spaces of the antelope.
Oh, that's kind of fun.
Setup rules.
It sets the picture as if like this antelope is grazing in the grass. Okay, I dig it.
Yeah.
That's kind of cute.
So typically given that we can start anywhere, we just want to figure out where Roland's going to build around that, and maybe start a few people next to acanthus.
So here, I'm going to ask
if you want to go on.
I have a question. It's like I don't want to metagame too much because this is my blind play and I wouldn't know otherwise. But I do have the luxury of playing with a master here. So with the lion, there was a lot of stuff of him charging forward. Is there a similar sort of thing with the antelope for reactions that that I just should be aware of? Like, is this thing probably charging forward again? So I imagine it's ramming because it has horns.
Yeah, if you want a little bit more info that's like public, you can come down here. We can see it's got a trait. This might give you a hint. Here on its board.
Which board? Sorry.
On its dashboard.
Oh, it's dashboard. Okay. Trample. When this monster collides with the survivor, they suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. Okay. Yes. Okay.
And the other thing that's public is you can have a little read of its instinct.
The monster moves to the closest acanthus plant in its turn. If the monster is on or adjacent to the acanthus plant, it heals 1 wound. Okay. Okay, so yes. From what I'm gathering is yes, this thing is going to be moving forward.
It can and will move around, yeah. I'm not going to spoil too much about how it behaves.
What you gave me was honestly perfect. That's a lot of thing that I can strategize with.
Otherwise, same movement as the White Lion, 6, same toughness as the White Lion, 8, and total number of wounds, same as the White Lion, 11.
Nice. I think I'm just going to put, like, Silas kind of just near it. Because Silas can do some poking, and then, like, he can move and be adaptable.
Yep.
That's the nice thing that I can already imagine about the spear, right? I can, instead of moving and attacking, I can, like, attack and move a lot more and be a lot more reactionary like that, which is nice.
And you can also, like, attack on diagonals now, which is really nice as well.
Oh wow, yeah, because it's like 1-2, yeah.
1-2, yeah. So you think about, like, with the White Lion, it would allow you to attack from the front facing, but not actually in front of it.
Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah.
Part of what I really like about reach, but in any game with reach or range combat, if you have positional stuff, it's always really strong.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So I'll take skids for the dead monster. I'm gonna pop the monster behind.
Sure.
And I'll keep skids on this side. I think generally splitting still isn't super great. So and then we probably want to just sort of put the acanthus mostly on this side, I think.
Yeah.
Something like that. We'll leave that there.
And I imagine with the
Go on.
I imagine with the grazing, it's not a bad idea for us to also pick these up as well if we can swing it.
Yeah. Well, we'll have opportunities to pick it up. If we don't, there's times the antelope might eat it.
So what I'm thinking with Roland is I think I'm going to put Roland here. Because then I can attack him and like maybe just move to be in his front, and we can kind of just keep this guy like chained in here because we get to go first.
Yep.
That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah. So I think that seems I'm pretty happy with all of that. It's like an improved version of a setup I often go for anyway.
Yeah.
As I said in the previous videos, I like fighting left side and bottom of the board.
Yeah.
Just personal preference. There's not any tactical improvement for that. It's just easier when playing physically.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
I'm feeling more comfortable and not left anyone randomly in the Antelope's front facing, but we're going first anyway, which is really nice.
Okay.
A nice treat to make up for the horror on the way in.
Why doesn't Wendy go first? Because she's just interacting with some debris and stuff.
Yeah, that seems reasonable. She's just interacting and then moving up next to the giant stone face. So I'll grab a dice for her activation.
Yeah. And you get to roll.
Let's see, she's got slots. Maybe I can get a 10. That would solve.
That would be sick.
A question. No.
3. You find
absolutely nothing. It's not archived though.
Oh, okay.
On that result. So I think, given the upside of this is potentially around the basic resource. Yeah, I'm going to chill. I'll get a little bit closer, like this.
Yeah, because I mean, like we were practically getting a free turn, right? So if we use this turn to kind of just like get things set up or like do that, it's fine, right?
Yeah.
Well, I like you rolling, so why doesn't Skids go next? I want to see you interact with this big monster.
Okay, so he's going to rummage around in the dead monster that I guess the antelope was chewing on.
Yep.
That's usually the implication. 8.
Ooh, gain a random resource from the monster deck.
Of my choice.
Of your choice. Oh, that's probably pretty good, huh?
Okay, so guess what? This dead monster was a dead white lion, because I want a white lion resource.
Oh, nice. So you gain 1 resource from a monster resource of your deck. Oh, so a random one from that. Okay, sweet.
Yep. And then archive the terrain, so don't have to worry about that anymore.
Nice.
Archive and archive. Okay, here we go. Quick shuffle. Come on. There's 2 things I'd like to get from this, and I did not.
The nuts!
The nuts again.
I mean, when James and I were playing, we were joking because the only female on our team died, and the 3 males came back with the testes. And we joked that, like, the village elder who was a woman, like, the one who had to, like, sit and wait, was like, why did you bring it back? It's like, of course 3 men would be like, yeah, we should take the nuts. We should take the nuts. And it's the same kind of thing here. Skid's like, yeah, that's what I'm going to take. The freaking nuts. It's just, it's funny.
Or perhaps, like, the antelope had chewed up everything else and was like, I'm not touching
those. I'm not touching that. And then Skids is like, I could do something with those.
Sure. Give me.
You moving at all?
I will. I think he's unless you need him to move. I think he's fine where he is.
Okay.
He's not particularly in the way. He's near enough. I don't know where the Antelope's going to be. So, yeah.
All right. I think I'm going to go for the. I think Silas next. Because then, I mean, the thing is, I'm scared about the charge, but at the same time, like, I have to learn by doing, right? So I'm going to do Silas first. And I think Silas is just going to attack.
Absolutely. Sounds great.
So I get to roll 2 dice, and I hit on a 6+ because my strength, it's blocked from this, right?
Hit on a 5+ because you still get the blind spot bonus. You've just lost the strength bonus.
Oh,
it's
that's
not
for
a -1
toughness.
strength. It's not -1 strength token, by the way.
Oh, it's just -1 strength. Oh, I thought it said token.
It's flat out -1 permanent strength. Yeah,
perfect. No problem.
It sucks.
-1 strength. Okay.
It's really
easy.
unfortunate. Yeah.
Okay, I'll archive this by. Yeah. So. And that's for rolling on toughness, right?
Yeah, that's afterwards. So for he's going to be for the rest of the showdown, unless something happens really weird, wild. He's going to be hitting on 5s.
Okay. 1 hit.
1 perfect hit.
Give me. Oh no, sorry. Give me this. Furry Throat. If you hit with a club or a shield, you clobber the monster, gain +2 luck when attempting to win this location. So just if I miss nothing, it's just it's just bad.
Yeah, if you crit this, I'm gonna have to teach you how to do the dramatic dice roll because the crit result is a 10% chance of a kill.
Oh, okay.
That would be we'd be straight into the next Lantern year in this video if that happened.
That would be sick. I do wound
no
though.
Crit. You do wound, yeah.
All right, don't read this. And then this goes
look. Yeah.
And then I think I am going to take Silas 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think we're just going to hang out between these 2 acanthus plants.
Okay. All right.
And then Roland's going to go. Roland has a speed of 2, and he hits on a 6 or higher because he's not in a blind spot.
Yeah.
2 misses. And then I think I'm going to take my plan, though, but I'm going to move Roland here.
Yeah. All right. So, Roland Monster Controller.
Yep.
And away you go.
All right, let's see AI this one. We have Crush and Devour. Pick target, closest in threat and field of view and range.
I can't. Okay, carry on, sorry.
So, 2+ accuracy, before damage, if any attack rolls hit, target gains gobbled up survivor status card. That doesn't sound too good.
This is brilliant. Okay, go on.
Alright, so 2 hits on a 2 or higher. Yep, 2 hits. So now before rolling, do we have to get this gobbled up?
No, so there's no damage on this. You're going to get gobbled.
Okay.
Is it? Yeah.
So
you can't even dodge because you took 2 hits.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll have to get you the gobbled up status card.
All right, let's see what that is.
Yeah. I can't. This is. It is a wild time.
Oh, I guess the gazelle has to move too, right? Move.
Yeah.
You should go like here.
So here you go, Roland.
All right, let's see this. When you gain this, remove your survivor from the board, then place it on this card, then Crush and Devour. At the start of your act, Crush and Devour masticated. Oh, okay. That's me in the mouth. Well, we said that Roland had to be the tank, right? So, like, he's just tanking from the inside, apparently. When you gain this, remove your survivor from the board and place them on this card, then Crush and Devour. All right.
Yeah, there we are. Just flipped it to Crush and Devour.
Oh, that's where the mouth is. Okay.
Yeah. I didn't know if you'd noticed the underside of the antelope.
I did not, no.
Unusual. Yeah.
All right, the survivor disappears, shrieking into the screaming giant antelope, antelope's undermaw. Okay, so I just, not masticated, Oh, you are masticated, then I roll.
Masticated, okay. If you see, is at the start of your act. So.
Oh, okay, so that's just what I do then. Okay.
Yeah. So if
the monster suffers 2 wounds in a single round. Okay, so we have to get the other people to get him out. Basically, we want them to go first.
It is Operation Free Roland. Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay, so.
What about Skids first? Maybe Skids is right in the blind spot. Skids can maybe do some stuff with these bone daggers.
Or
the bone blade, more likely to hit.
I think I'm going to go with the bone blade here, just because I normally take the dagger, but this is like a need to score wound situation, and I think the 2 dice with Skid's having 3 base strength because he's got +1.
Yep.
So, ooh. Okay, here we go. Right.
2 hits.
2 hits.
Nice. All right. How do you rotate again?
Ah.
Thanks. Oh, yeah.
Again, sorry. I did. Okay.
Failed to float a shield. If the attacker's adjacent to the marker, the weapon is stuck. Tugging frantically, comes loose, but you stumble and suffer knockback 5. Okay.
Yeah. I'll take the Restless Muzzle first.
Nice. So you hit on a... what's the toughness for this thing?
It's 8.
8. Okay, so you hit on a 5 or higher.
Yeah, wound on 5s. That is not a wound. Gnarled Horns is a wound. Okay,
Nice.
so that's 1 wound dealt this round.
Nice. Who still has a... So the thing is, both Wendy and Silas have a Founding Stone. If Silas doesn't wound, would that maybe be a consideration for Wendy?
Yes, it would be a consideration for Wendy if we want to.
Okay.
Yep. 1... I'm just going to move him there. Okay.
Nice. All right, Silas will go next. So Silas is going to hit on a 5 or higher. 2 hits. Okay, we have Ferocious Spasm. The Screaming Antelope frantically attacks everything around it. Oh, thank God for this spear, right?
Yeah, this is not a kind of thing I was going to spoil about, but yeah.
And it makes I got the flavor of like the idea of just kicking and frantically going around too. If attacking with a melee weapon is kicked out of reach by the Screaming Antelope, spend to retrieve it before it can be used again. Okay. Well, I'm going to go for this Ferocious Spasm first.
Yep.
So we have to hit on a 5 or higher? No, 6 or higher.
It's you have 3 strength.
So yeah, it just cancels out. It just cancels out. Yeah. So 5 or higher.
5 or higher. Yeah. It would have been 4s otherwise.
Nope.
Okay.
Not this one.
So it thrashes about, but nobody's in range.
All right, and then this one. Nope. So I'm going to lose my weapon.
Mm-hmm.
I can just flip it over. Is that probably an easy way to do that?
No. So essentially, yeah, you can do that. That's as long as you can track it. So you just need to spend an activation to get it back.
All right. I think it's Keening Stone time.
Yeah, the Founding Stone has been requested, so I guess Wendy's going to spend it. I don't need line of sight. I can sling the stone from anywhere on the board. You know what? For like, there we are. Just for thematic sake, and in case somebody in the comments is, well, actually, then I do have line of sight. And she's going to spend her Founding Stone and probably hit the trap.
All right, now, we just have to not hit the trap, exactly, right? Yeah.
Here we go. It's not the trap. It's a critical location. Ooh, it's a good one, too.
So, Crushed Knee. The Screaming Antelope's balance is ruined. When your monster starts its movement, roll a 1d10. On a result of 1, the Screaming Antelope is knocked down. Nice. So, a 10% chance of just...
Okay, and then you get to go over to the book and do Crushing Devour Regurgitate.
Nice, okay. Place Gobbled Up survivors in a free space adjacent to the monster. Archive Gobbled Up and roll on the table below for each survivor.
Right.
For each survivor, or just the one that was in it?
There can be more than one survivor gobbled up, yeah.
Ah, okay. So, I'm back, baby.
Yep. There he is.
I still get to go, right?
Yeah. You have to be adjacent to the monster to start, but yes.
Alright, well, I'm going to go on its backside. Alright, and then Roland's going to roll a 10. You vindictively attack on your way out, gain the Flat-Toothed Screaming Antelope resource, and the Screaming Antelope suffers 1 wound. Okay.
Yeah, I'll grab the resource deck, because that's still
and then I'll deal on the wound.
There we go. You can grab one of those.
I gain the Flat Tooth. Okay. Let me search. View deck. Large Flat Tooth. This one, please. I want you. I guess I'm just searching. How do I take a card? If I just go like
You
this.
can type in the bottom right corner. You can type large, and it will flip
Large
to it.
flat tooth. And then if I click it, I can just...
You'll take it out, yeah, when you exit.
Okay, if it's highlighted. I see.
Yeah.
Aha! Okay.
Yeah. That function works with any of the decks.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so you bust one of its big teeth. You injured it. When you get this, a survivor of your choice gains +1 insanity.
Let me just look at everybody's brain. Let's give it to... I mean... I'm going to give it to me just because of the flavor region, even though maybe giving it to Skids could drive him insane would be better. I'm going to give it to Roland.
I
just
think
he
it's
was insane.
perfectly fine to give it to Roland. I think that's a decent choice.
All right, and then I'm going to whack.
Yep.
Hit on a 5 or higher. I'm in the danger zone. I'm aware of that, but if there... All right, we miss anyway. But I do get a move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can come here.
Yeah, great. I was about to say, please don't leave Wendy the only one in the front facing.
No. If you say tank, like once I realized with the lion, and then also having to, when I was playing with James, having to actually like, know how the monster AI works, I have a much better understanding about how to draw aggro, so
Yeah.
I can do that better now. All right, it's going to go to Silas.
Well, we were doing clockwise. So,
sorry.
The one I call Silas.
That's true, Silas too. Did I when he was devoured, should I have gotten an insanity because I targeted myself?
Yes. Yeah, you're a monster controller. Yeah.
Nice. All right, go for it, Skids. What do we got?
Okay, here we go. It is infested. Oh, come on.
That's tough. So when this comes to play, the monster gains a +1 toughness token. Discovering the ticks is gruesome. Roll 1/10 for each survivor. On a result, a 6+, suffer 1 bane damage per monster level. Then draw an AI card. When a survivor ends their act adjacent to the monster, roll 1d10. On a result of 1 or 2, they infest it with ticks and gains a -1 strength token. Ay caramba.
So the positive is it's technically a wound because it's gone from the deck.
But the +1 toughness is a little bit spooky.
The +1 toughness is quite significant. And 20% chance of taking...
Oh, I guess we also... Do we have to do this when it starts its movement? Or
it
that's...
hasn't moved yet.
Okay, so that's what I was going to ask. If it's actually part of the movement.
On this next AI card, but
yeah.
It is good to remind me.
Oh, do we need to also roll a die? Roll 1 to 10 for each survivor?
Yep, absolutely.
Right. Left will be Roland, right will be Silas.
Okay,
they're both going to take a brain damage.
I'll do the same left for Skids. Right.
And that is insanity,
Wendy.
right?
Yep.
Insanity is armor for the brain.
Yep. Right, Wendy's down to 2, and Skids was fine.
Yeah,
right, so we'll have to pay attention. Remember, ending your act next to the monster is going to be a chance of strength reduction.
Okay.
Yep, so not a problem for Silas or for Wendy.
Yeah, but for Roland...
so closest survivor in field of view, we've got 2 ties, Roland or Skids. I'm going to pick Roland.
Yeah, seems good.
He's got the armor.
Yep.
Okay, it's just speed 1, so it's going to move. It'll move forward 1.
Let's see if it trips first.
Yep, here we go. It does not. So it moves forward and it turns to face. And then here we go, the 1 dice hitting on 2+, because he's lost 1 evasion and gained 1. 1, I miss. Nice, I'll take it. You probably could have you would have just dodged that anyway.
Yeah.
Because of rawhide armor and that massive amount of survival it presents. But I'll take it. Nice. All right, back to us. So Roland's got a nice position in that he can attack and then move away.
Yep.
Silas doesn't mind.
Yeah, Silas has to pick up his weapon anyway.
He does. That's true.
Yeah.
I think Skids is just going to have to risk it, and if his strength gets too low from tokens, he'll just start collecting terrain.
Yeah, and this one is just tokens, so this one's not permanent.
It's not permanent now.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Why doesn't do you want to? Maybe Roland goes first, because then Roland can just like move.
Yeah.
Up here.
Yep, absolutely. That seems great.
Right. Let's attack. We have 2 to 6. We have to roll 6 or higher because we're not in the blind spot.
Yep.
1 hit. We have Giant Mouth Reflex. Roll, and the wound roll for this location is 1 or 2. Oh, okay. So if I roll a 1 or a 2, it's going to consume me again. Oh, it consumes your weapon!
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, that's bad, but just don't roll that, right?
Yeah.
So I need to roll... It's now 9?
Yeah, it's now 9, so you've got...
6 or higher.
You've got 3 strength, yeah, 6 or higher. Yeah.
Okay.
4 is a no.
I think I'm just going to move over here.
Okay. Right, all the way up there. Okay. So I'm just going to do what I can with Silas while he... Silas? Skids? Skids. Hover over
You did say that this was probably going to happen, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why. My mum has a terrible issue with it. She gets my name and my brother's name mixed up a lot, even though they're not the same length. But yeah, so I guess it's just a family thing. Anyway, I said I'm gonna risk it with the ticks until he can't anymore, and I'm gonna get my dagger going because this is a window of opportunity that's pretty small now with the +1 toughness. So okay, 3 dice hitting on 6s. That is 1 perfect hit, so he gains his survival, but he's at max.
Is he at max? I thought we have 3 survival.
Oh, we're 3 now, do we?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, yes, we got hovel. Okay, cool. Yeah, so he's at 3 survival. That's great. Okay. Oh, did we do Departing Survivors survival gains?
I think we might have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter for Wendy because her survival got wiped to 0 anyway, as did
Silas's,
Silas, so we won't worry about it. If we overlooked that and didn't do it in between the sessions, that's fine. Anyway, I got my location. It is the Furry Tail. That's about right for the spot. Okay, so I am 2 strength total. I need a 7 or higher. No, that's the opposite. Right, okay, fail, and then I roll for the infestation. No, he's okay. He doesn't get it infested. All right.
I think Silas is going to just pick up his spear.
Yep.
And then... I guess just like... Honestly, I kind of like his position. I don't really see a reason to move.
Okay, that's reasonable.
I just don't see anything,
I'm sending Wendy back to the debris pile.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yep. Here we go. Rolling for that. I've gotten a 7, which I think is a...
Gain 1 bone blade gear and archive this terrain.
Yep. Okay. I don't mind having a second spare bone blade. It's absolutely fine. I mean, it's a free weapon.
Yep.
Right. You go ahead. Hang on. Is it? No, hang on. It's going to be me controlling the monster next to Wendy.
It is,
Right. Yeah. Right. Okay. So there we are. Bone blade. Boom. Wendy's monster controller.
Nice.
And it is going to Ravenous. Closest survivor with consumable gear in range. So does anyone have gear with a consumable keyword? I don't believe so. It is consumable gear, yeah. Gear, not resources.
No, I don't see any on mine.
Yeah, no, I don't think. Yes, yep. Silas has Dridacanthus.
Oh, the trade consumable. Okay, yes, Silas does.
Okay, Silas is the target then. So if it hits here and it's only 1 speed, it's gonna eat a piece of gear off his grid.
Okay, so we could just
you probably want to dodge this if it succeeds.
Okay.
Or you could feed it.
Let's see if this monster trips on the way over.
That's true. Okay, here we go.
10% chance. Nah.
It does not.
I assume you just want to move it right up.
Yeah, it makes most sense for it to just move straight up rather than.
Yeah, anything
that
funny.
is the shortest route. Yeah, shortest route. Okay, here we go. 1 dice hitting on 2s. It's a hit. So that can be 2 damage and a loss of a gear or a dodge.
I'll dodge.
Yeah. This is quite a select. That's our 3 advanced cards we've seen there, which is Crush and Devour, Infested, and Ravenous. That is quite a beastly selection.
Perfect.
This Antelope is a bit of a mean one.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
Should Silas start us off? I think because he's can move and then stab.
Yep, I think that makes most sense.
I think I'll just move here, like you said, because I can attack at angles. That seems pretty legit.
Yep.
Alright. I have a speed of 2. And I hit on a 5 or higher. 2 hits. That looks like the... No, that's not the trap. The trap, I was like, I see blue.
Oh, the trap will have an inverted color image of the top.
Alright, Restless Eye, first strike, you must select this first. Okay. The Screaming Antelope's massive eyes glisten with human-like fear. If the attacker is insane, cancel all hits and end their attack. Otherwise, the attacker suffers 1 brain damage. That doesn't knock me down. And then -2 toughness to wound this location. Okay.
Yeah, so you still have to resolve the rest of the
I know, I'm
Restless
just
Eye,
reading this for me.
Yeah.
Blood and spittle rough the wound result is even, suffer 1 brain damage. The result is odd, gain 1. That's kind of funny. Okay, so I must do this one first. So no matter what this happens, so I'm going to suffer 1 brain damage.
Yeah.
So Silas is going to go a little bit more brain damage. And then we're going to try to wound. And I roll 3, so I need to roll 6 or higher.
Yes.
We did it.
Nice. Okay. I'll do that wound.
Alright, and then we got this one. This one now it's a 7, so I roll on a 4 or higher to wound?
Yep. And we make note of the result was odd.
But I do not have to do this because I did not wound.
Yeah, you did not, yep.
Perfect, okay.
So, alright. You would, yep, okay. Right. Wendy is basically moving and activating to get on top of...
Yep, seems good. Now she's ready. She's ready to join the fight, right?
Yep, I'll put her there so she can scoop up this piece of the acanthus if it becomes appropriate. She's got good line of sights everywhere now.
Yep.
Right. Shall we have... I think we should have Skids go first in case the Antelope moves somewhere.
Sure, yeah, sounds great.
Mop it up. So he'll move in here, and I'm still going to keep plugging with this dagger until he gets his wound or it becomes impossible.
Nice.
So here we go. 3 dice hidden on 6s. That is 2 hits. 1 perfect, so he gains another survival, which is at max already. This... Yeah, thank you. Right, okay, so...
Restless tiny hands.
Oh, the Restless Shank. So I'm going to take the Restless Shank first. I just hope it'd be nice to do wounds. It's going to be painful if he does, but he's more likely to fail than wound. So 8, that is a wound. Right, okay, so he's made his success on his bone dagger. I'm going to grab, for my own reference... I'm just going to do this so I know I've done that, because I'm not going to be using that weapon again. It takes a wound. The rest of the attack's going to get cancelled because he is getting... no, not necessarily. Okay, roll the dice. Let's see. 3+ for him. Yes, okay. So he is brutally
back-kicked. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, that hurts.
And a random hit location takes 3 damage. Okay, I would really like... Well, actually, most places are fine, but ideally not the arms or legs.
Body?
Okay, sure. That is... he has 1 point of armor in the body, so that is a heavy to the body. He is knocked down by the kick.
Okay.
I'll take that. That's all right. And I've done my wound. He's done his success there.
So we can now quickly look at what we have left in here because we got through this pile, right? So we might as well do a little check. Can I also inspect with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
The Crush and Devour is scary, and the Ravenous are those the 2 like scary ones? Bleeding as well. I know bleed is a little bit.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Because he has to do it 5 times. Yeah.
Yeah. Bites 1 speed as well. So
yeah.
Right.
Okay.
This finished. It's not gone too badly, despite this antelope being quite vicious. And everybody has scored a wound who needs to, haven't they?
Yeah, I think so. I think Roland is the only one who hasn't gone yet, right?
Roland's the only one who hasn't gone here. Yeah.
All right, well then let's attack. 2 dice, 6 or higher. 1 hit. All right. Pallet. The giant maw snaps shut. If you are adjacent to the monster, you must spend 1 survival to react quickly or suffer 3 damage to the far. Okay, that's not that bad for me. Because we have 1,000,000 survival. So I hit on a 6 or higher on this? No. So I will spend the survival to not get chomped.
Yeah. Okay, so you will go from 3 to 2, because you definitely should be on 3 survival. He didn't lose any
great.
on the hunt.
Sounds good.
You don't get to do the survival prevention roll, though, because
it's not a survival action. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, I will move up here, I think.
Yeah.
Again, to just keep this guy vibing with us.
Yeah, and not adjacent is quite nice.
Yes. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Silas? Is monster controller? Is that where we are?
Yeah, that is where we are. Yep. Okay.
All right. Good old crush and devour. Huh.
Your choice between Silas and Roland. Technically, Roland's less likely to get scooped up because he can dodge if it hits just once.
Yeah, I think so. And I also think that, like, worst case, Silas also has the other founding stone, but I'd like to not use both of them.
Back into the jaws you go.
Yeah. Give me my crush and devour card. I'm ready. Oh, I guess we have to hit, though, right?
Yeah.
All right. So speed, this is a 2 or higher?
Yeah.
Dang.
Both hit, so back into the moor he goes.
I've been here once. I can be there again, right?
I should have just kept this card out. I was being optimistic.
All right, Roland. We're still on the page, though, at least. Yeah, there he is. Help me! Okay. I just want to look at this masticated thing. Okay. Oh, 1-2 is you are dead. Okay, yeah. A 20% chance of dying is... if I had to take 20% chance of dying in real life, I would never take it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a fun place to be at all, which is...
Okay, so the only scary thing is that Skids is currently out of range, so he gets to stand up now, though.
Yeah. He's pretty much set to interacting with terrain as he wanders his way back. So Wendy's got a reasonable chance of scoring a wound as long as she hits. She's got Roland might have to get masticated. It's very much on Silas. Shall we?
I think Wendy goes first. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She's got no reason to move. She'll attack with the bone darts, gaining +2 accuracy for being on the stone face. So 1 dice, hitting on 5s. And that is a 7.
Nice.
We have hit, not the trap. Okay. Right, so on a wound... Oh. Okay. I don't think Roland's getting out.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah.
It's okay, it's going to turn if I wound. Let's see if I wound. Let's worry about it if I wound. I did not wound. Okay.
Okay,
right.
So now Roland's not getting out no matter what this turn.
Roland's getting chewed. That is...
We just don't want to see a 1 or a 2. It could happen. And I think we just have to accept that it might happen.
Yep. So, right.
Skids.
If you mind, Skids is going to go this far for now, and he's going to interact with the vermin pile.
The bug patch, all right.
And the bug patch is a 6.
Gain 1 random vermin resource and archive this terrain. Okay,
cool. Archive, and my resource it's the lowly ant. Consume this to swap your insanity to survival values.
Can that allow you to exceed your survival limit?
No.
Okay.
No, fortunately not. Okay, so he's done. So it's
Silas is just going to move back and stab.
So Silas could do it here.
Yeah,
maybe?
That's unlikely. Definitely unlikely.
Okay.
All right, Roland.
Roland, if you hold down V, you can make it the dramatic dice roll.
All right.
Should be V.
8.
That's really good.
All right. With a burst of ferocity, you fight back. Roll 1 on the table below. You are useless. Suffer 1. All right, let's see. 9.
Oh my goodness.
You were suddenly bitten by a pulsing organ. You tear it free. The monster suffers 1 wound. Gain the second heart strange resource and regurgitate. Suffer 1 damage to the arms location. Okay, so I have to do the regurgitate as well. The regurgitate, sorry. So we'll get the arms. Which is damage can still go to armor on that, right?
Yes.
Nice. Okay, what is this?
This is the second heart.
Oh, it still tries to bite you. That's really cool. All right, now I get a roll on regurgitate.
Did you do the wound?
No, I did not do the wound on it.
Okay, I'll do that now.
Nice. And we got a 2 on that one, which is you are knocked down. You wonder if you are dead. You are knocked down and suffer 1 brain damage. Yep, that seems very fair. He's been going through a lot. But it's like he did kind of get a turn. Do I still get to go out, though? That still happens, right?
Yeah, you have been regurgitated, yes.
Nice.
So
right.
we'll flip that face down. Oh,
yeah.
And wow, okay, I had no idea it was going to flip him as well.
Come on, Roland.
That's really cool.
I think we still just put him in front, right? I'm about to be monster controller. We want him to target Roland.
You're knocked down as well, so...
Yeah. Okay.
And not a threat, so...
All right.
I think it's actually kind of unlikely to target him, but we'll see. It depends what the last card is, I guess.
Okay. It's Ravenous. Closest survival... So that'll be Silas again, right?
Yeah, because he ticks the box for consumable.
Okay. Does Silas have a survival left? No. Okay. So roll 1 on a 2 or higher. Yes. So 2 damage to 1 area.
Yep.
The body. So Silas is going to be knocked down.
Yep. And you're going to have 1 piece of gear get consumed. So it doesn't have to be the consumable gear.
I think it's just the stone noses.
I agree with that.
Yeah, because we get those for just an endeavor.
Yeah.
Can I just archive it, or should I...
I'll put it back.
Just put it back in the pile?
Because we're
Sounds
keeping
good.
them over here, I'll put it back on the organ grinder pile.
Yep. Okay, but on the plus side, Roland can now also... Because Roland stands up here.
Yep, monster zone complete.
Roland can actually use a survival to get Silas back up, and then I can actually use my rawhide ability, which seems pretty nice.
Yep, yeah, indeed, encourage.
Okay.
Right, so we're getting near to the end of the showdown. I'm going to keep digging away at this Acanthus and try and get what we can. So
sure.
I'll go first with Skids because he's kind of out of it for a couple of turns. I'll leave Wendy till last because if the Antelope's like close to death, we can decide whether we want to kill it or go for Acanthus. It will start healing on its instinct. So, but anyway, let's do this bit first. That's a 1. Good job. He is bitten in the arm. Okay.
It's his first time scavenging.
Yeah. Right, there's a light to the arms. Okay. And then he'll move up onto this one.
Nice. All right. Well, I think Roland braves these ticks, right?
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm going to call out to Silas, though. Do the... What's that called? Encourage? Yeah.
And then you must have Silas go first because you can encourage.
Oh, that's right. You can encourage at any. Oh, yeah. Okay.
So roll to see if you keep the survival first.
Right. 6 or higher.
Action.
Yay.
Yeah.
Just a free ability. Okay. Silas. I'm just gonna also move to this Acanthus.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to hit. So I have a 2. I need a 5 or higher. 1 hit. It's the trap. Okay, Wailing Slide. The screaming antelope panics. Its undermouth unleashing an inhuman wail. It bucks wildly and leaps into the air. This attacker is doomed. All survivors adjacent to the monster. Nobody. Suffer 2 brain damage per monster level, knockback 5, and are knocked down. The monster lands on its belly and begins to slide on its teeth. Turn the monster directly away from the attacker and full move forward in a straight line. On a collision, non-deaf survivors gain 1 random disorder in addition to normal collision rules.
Yeah. So you've got 2 choices in the directions you can send it, because
yeah,
you can send it running over skids, or you can send it this way.
I would love to send it the way that doesn't hurt skids. I think that seems pretty all right for me.
Yeah.
So does it just move all the way to the end?
It just moves 6 forward.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay.
So
this thing's pretty much going to go for Silas every turn now, right? Until we wound it?
Or Crush and Devour.
And Crush and Devour. Okay, that one's also there.
Queen flip, really. I'm thinking, well, given what we've got now, Wendy should probably go and attack.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I think if I fail to wound here, I'm definitely moving Wendy away to outdistance this a bit, because either one of those is not great for Wendy. I mean, she does have a stone noses she could lose on the Ravenous, but we've gotten the best result out of Crush and Devour we could have hoped for. So, yeah. So, Bone Darts hitting on 5s. A 7, that's a hit, and it is the Restless Shank with another 1.
Dang.
Not Wendy's day. Okay. Given I don't know really what's going to be doing then, I just want to be outside of 6. 1, 2, 3, 6. So I'm going to scurry her to here.
Do we all, like, if we're all out 6, is that good?
It'll do its instinct,
which is
basically when I can heal. We do need to give it a target.
Okay, so good old Roland.
Yeah, Roland's got the best chance of avoiding the worst results of any of these.
I think I'll just go here and pick some Acanthus.
That makes sense. Yeah.
All right, let's roll. An 8. So gain 1 fresh Acanthus, strange resource, and archive this terrain. Bye.
I should take that out of the box as well. Okay. There we go. Join his pile of things.
Archive this to fully heal 1 hit location, including injury levels and armor points. Well, that seems really good.
Yeah, or you can convert it into dried Acanthus.
Yes, right.
Which what Silas has got, which is even better.
Okay. Skids. Hey, Roland, you ready to get devoured?
Let's see. Oh, no, it's Ravenous. Okay. So, consumable gear in range.
Range is also 6, so I think he can get to Silas, right?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's 1 short to get to Silas.
Nice.
So it's going to be closest survivor in field of view, so that's Roland.
Nice.
It's fastest route. There we go. It is 1 dice, which pretty much Roland can dodge every time.
Nice.
It does hit, so it's not a 1, it's a hit.
Yeah. So we'll roll. So we'll use the dodge.
Yeah.
And then I'll roll to see if I keep it.
Yeah.
I don't.
Okay.
All right. I guess I just do Roland first.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I think I'm just gonna go with the backside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
But there is the Crush and Devour. That I mean, the hope is that we get rid of that this turn.
Yeah. If we wound, on average we should wound this turn at least once, maybe twice.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I believe.
Yeah.
So I hit on a 5 or higher.
Yeah.
2 hits. Giant Mouth and Restless Ear. If you hit with a club or a shield, you clobber the monster, gain +2 luck. And then we have the reflex. Attack with a melee weapon, the wound roll is 1 or 2. The monster consumes your weapon. Okay, well, I'm going to go with this Restless Ear first, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit on a 6 or higher, I believe.
Wound on a
wound on a 6 or higher, yeah.
So, yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
All right, let's see this one. No.
All right.
Unfortunate. But we do have to roll this, so we're going to roll on this for the ticks.
Yep.
No ticks for Roland.
We've been forgetting to roll for the delicate inverted knee as well.
Oh, yeah, we have been. Yeah.
Well, yeah, we have. It's one of those things like. It just
memory issues. Yeah, they're just like those small things. It's like, oh yeah.
The other thing about the game is this is the kind of thing if you forget about it, too late, tough luck, you've lost the advantage.
Yep.
You know.
And like like the tokens are easier to remember because you can just like quickly look over.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to send in Silas next.
Yep.
I'm just going to go here and hit.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? No, I'm going to go. Sorry, I'm going to go here and hit.
Okay.
And I roll 2 dice on a 5 or higher. 2 hits. Furry throat. And the chest. Okay, so I'm going to go for the one without a wound thing first.
Mm-hmm.
We can just get hit. I actually probably should not have moved there because of this thing, but we're not. We're going to wound on that one, of course, though. That's just how it works. 6 or higher to wound. Nice.
Okay, bye-bye Crush and Devour.
Which is nice. And then we have 6 or higher to wound on this. Yep. Okay, good news, bad news.
Mm-hmm.
We get rid of this Ravenous, which means he's going to be grazing this next turn.
Yeah.
But bad news is this guy is going to move full forward in a straight line, so he's going to hit Silas.
Now you're learning why the spear's good because you can attack from the corners, and the Antelope would have missed you. But
but that's the best way to learn, right?
Indeed. Boom.
All right.
Right. So he's knocked down, and
does he just get knocked down in his space?
He's just knocked down, yeah. Because it hasn't ended on his spot. He doesn't get knocked back.
And then I suffer 1 damage to a random hit location.
Yes, from the collision.
The waste. That's probably the best it could have been. Probably the best it could have been. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. Do you guys want to pick some Acanthus?
So
or try to wound. Ooh, yeah, interesting.
Wendy can go for a wound. Silas absolutely can't. So Skids can't. I'm going to take Skids forward onto this plant.
Nice.
Next to the plant here and grab that.
All right, don't prick yourself. 3?
Nope, absolutely nothing. It's gone.
Yep.
Right.
Skids wants to be the best scavenger, but he's still learning.
Maybe he needs to be versatile.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you want Wendy to go for the kill here?
I think we should try to go for the kill. I think we should.
You want to go for the kill? Okay,
yeah, I think
fine.
So.
Right, so...
I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but I think if you move next to it, we can maybe, like, do something with it, but...
So it's going to go 1, 2, 3. It's going to end up, like, here.
Yeah.
So, currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so... 1, 2, 3, 4.
So is it just grazing for its basic action?
It will...
No, it's going to hit Silas.
There's a knockdown survivor, yeah. So you can encourage Silas to avoid that. Otherwise, it's going to start grazing. That's just something to think about, but we'll cross that bridge.
We'll see how this goes.
Yep, so hidden on 7s.
Nice.
7's a hit. Okay, and this is the rump. Oh, it's running away. That might... well, we'll see what happens. So wounding on a 6. No. Okay, so that's a fail. So it's going to face away from her, which it already is doing, and it's going to full move. So it's on the edge of the board. It's our choice which way it circles. I think away from the attacker would make more sense that it's going to go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So
poor guy's scared out of his mind.
So 1, 2, yeah. So now Silas is out of range. So we know it's going to skip the closest knockdown survivor in range. It will graze, which means it will full move towards the closest acanthus plant. So it's just going to run back to us on its turn, basically.
Nice. But is it going to hit the acanthus plant to graze, or is it just going to move 6 closer?
We work out which one's the closest. It's got 8 movements, so it's not going to be able to get to it.
Okay, that's good. So that's pretty good then. So then we don't need to make Silas stand up then, right? We can just have him stand up normally.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So this is the closest 1 by 1 space.
Nice.
So it's just going to take the shortest route back towards that. So yeah, we don't need to encourage Silas up. He'll just
do it
normally. Yeah.
Okay. Then I think that's everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here you go, Wendy, with your cute little ant friend.
Yeah. Most disappointing resource, but
oh really? That sucks.
no, not really. It's just this one's like a direct drop from one other terrain type, so it's a little bit more common than the others.
Ah, I see. I see. It's just more.
I love how intensely it's looking at its hands. It's got
it's like, look. Do you see this shit? This is great.
Look at these hands, these strong hands. Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, for its turn, shortest route back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe stepped closer, so it'll end up facing that way.
Do we also have to see if it falls during this movement?
We do. You've reminded me. It did not.
Does not. Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So that's where it is, and Silas is up.
Stand up.
Yep.
Oh, he's in perfect place.
He is.
Should we pick some plants?
Let's think about the picking plants is definitely an interesting option, and I think Skids at least will be doing it. Wendy probably leave till last, so I'm thinking Skids could go picking. Then maybe Roland needs to move because there is a antelope trap chance for him potentially on the cards if he's where he is. Okay, so Skids will take this one just here. The plant man. Okay, that is a 5. He gains a survival.
Nice. Find something tasty and consume it.
Sure. He's on max survival, so he's just stuffing his face for no reason.
I might send Roland down to this acanthus plant.
Yeah, if you like, yep.
And then he's going to try to pick something.
Mm-hmm.
2, he also hurt himself. Suffer 1 arm damage. Well, I was also going to eat into my armor, I guess.
Yeah.
Let me archive this.
Yep.
And then Silas, should we try to stab it?
We got a choice. I think could actually have Wendy go for this because if there's no acanthus on the board and there's no knockdown targets, all the antelope does is run forwards.
Oh, okay. Okay, then
it creates a bull ring situation eventually where it reaches like the outside of the board and runs around it. But given that all the rest of this is gone, I'll just
dude, let's do that. Because then we have it's just like go right.
Can't heal. Yeah.
Okay.
2. So she's also this acanthus is just infested.
It's just very there's all those ants with these giant mouth hands.
Yeah. So that's 1 arm damage for her. She's been very much not hurt. Okay.
Silas is going to do his thing. Hit on a 5 or higher. 2 hits. All right, we got the trap.
Oh well.
But like this doesn't do anything, right?
Not well. It sends it forward, and then it's going to move forward again.
Okay.
It does. Yeah. He's not adjacent, so it doesn't do anything mechanically. Yep.
Yeah.
It makes a big, horrible wail.
Sir, is it each time it moves? Do we have to roll to see if it trips?
We would roll here as well. Yes.
All right. Let's see. I mean, eventually it'll fall down, right? We'll hit the 10% chance. Nope. So his movement speed is 6? Okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. And you can step over this. 5, 6, right?
Yeah. It's not monster impassable, so yeah.
All right. And then this goes to Silas?
Yep.
And then it just moves 6 again, right?
It just moves 6 straight forward.
All right, Wendy, you are our last hope.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh. So we might have to wait for it to come past like a bus and catch it.
Yeah, okay.
If Wendy doesn't manage this. And we can more or less like fast skip through how it goes.
Wendy could also like climb onto the statue again to add that extra range potentially.
Yeah.
Because like if it has to move in a straight line, we can have it come like up this side, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we can have it go up that side and everyone can move over to try and catch it.
Yeah, so that's probably the best thing for Wendy to be up here.
Yeah. I could just go for the 40% chance of hitting right now, but I guess we are getting +2 accuracy on top. Okay, I'll get her on top with an activation here. So she'll move there, activate, and stand there ready to go. Okay, so it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be in the corner. So that is not in range for particularly anyone.
Then it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we kind of want to meet it in like this area.
Yeah.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. And then like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Perfect. I like the story this is telling though.
It's very panicked now.
So it goes 1, and then it's gonna 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Whoopsie, I zoomed in on the dice. Wendy, do you want to try to... Can you hit this thing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
It's like
7.
just out of range.
Just out of range. Okay, so do we just pass our turn, or...
Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 could be here.
Maybe Roland can move like there.
Move up a little bit closer.
Silas can go here.
Yeah. And then we'll chill.
Okay, I guess we have to roll to see if it falls as well.
Yep. Oh yeah, it could just fall and then we're waiting even longer.
No.
Yeah.
Alright, your monster controller.
Does it fall? No.
No.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay. Now odds are one of us has to hit.
Surely. Okay, so start with Wendy, I guess?
I think so.
She's technically, I think, got the highest chance of hitting and wounding.
Yep.
On a single dice anyway. Okay, here we go. It's not a hit. That's a 4.
I'll send in Roland next. It's coming there. Actually, I could go into its back.
I'd take the blind spot here.
Get the extra accuracy. Alright, so then I hit on a 5 or higher.
Yep.
Huge. Okay. I feel like I get these ones all the time. This giant mouth is back. All right, so I hit on a 6 or higher I wound on a 6 or higher. We'll do the throat first.
Yeah.
It's done.
Okay, there we are. We didn't
nice job, Roland.
Deal with it. Benny hilling us for goodness knows how long.
Nice.
Okay. Bit scrappy, but that was not too bad.
No, I think like no one got any permanent. I mean, the hunt phase was worse than the showdown, right?
Yeah.
Because that -1 strength on Silas is really unfortunate. But we all get hunt XP, right? Do we get that?
Everybody gains a.
So Silas, and I think Silas and Wendy are going to level up, right?
Yep.
And then you also get weapon proficiency if you have it, right?
Yes, if you already have the proficiency and you scored a wound in this fight.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I can get
Which is what I used my little token to track.
As well.
Yeah. Okay. So
should we resolve this first stage thing before we go back? Is there a specific order for it?
Okay, so we need to just finish the rewards and then we'll do the aging and
the rewards.
Right, it is 4 of these and 4 basics, which.
Just some shank bone, a bladder. Is that good?
I like the bladder.
Pelt and a screaming brain.
Might be able to do anything with it.
And then for this we have organ, hide, and an organ.
Okay, pretty reasonable.
Yeah, and then we also got all of these ones as well, which we can bring back.
It's a mighty haul for Bender.
I can't tell you how frightened I am to go up against this Butcher, though. With a name like Butcher, you know?
It'll be fine. He's not like it's inspired by Jason Voorhees or anything.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's not like it's a... See, yeah, I'm terrified.
Homage to
also,
the
like,
80s slasher. No.
When we were playing on Saturday, luckily our chat is super cool. They were like just being like, you know, spoiler free, but all that, but just like they were like, we're excited to see you fight the Butcher for reasons, and I'm like, yes, me too. I'm also excited and not at all terrified.
The Nemesis monsters serve as a check to make sure that you're up to the task to progress further. So, yeah. I'm not too worried about it, but it is a wild fight. It's one of the best fights in the core game. It's one of the best Nemesis monsters all round.
Nice.
Absolutely fantastic thing, so yeah. Right, that bit's done. We've done that. We need to do an aging for Wendy and Silas.
Yay.
Okay, Wendy, her 2 dice is 11 a random fighting art. So, in addition to strategist, she has womp womp strategist.
Oh no!
I can't remember what happens if a survivor draws a duplicate fighting art. I think she's out of luck, and I will double check that in between recording sessions.
Sure. All right.
Yeah.
Silas, what do you got? Sorry, should this actually have been in there? My 0 presence, should that have been shoveled in there too?
No, this is a secret fighting art. I only put it out just as the reminder on the table.
Fun.
Yeah, it's special. You can't get it randomly.
That's cool. So cool. 5? Yeah, I get +1 permanent strength.
Hey, it made you recovered from the ticks.
Now, it would have been sick if there was none, if I didn't lose that strength in beforehand, but still, it is nice to at least now get, like, that thing we were talking about back, right?
Yeah, as full strength, it would have been lovely to be at 5 strength. 5 strength's a good break point in this game, but 4 is very, very, very respectable.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, right. So, we flip this, and then I have to rotate it, because I got to email them about that and say, could you invert?
Yeah.
Because of the flip. Right, and then I was just using this lady first to keep a track of this. So settlement's always already set up.
Yeah.
Survivors return, and
nice job, everybody.
we get our endeavors. No one died. So we get 4 endeavors for the returning.
Nice.
There we go. We're on to update the timeline, so I'll do that.
Yep.
Lantern Year 3. No special secret specific events, but we do have a settlement event if you'd like to shuffle the deck and then brace for impact.
Sure. Where's that deck?
Over here. To the right of the settlement.
Here we go. Right. Shuffle and then just draw?
Yep.
All right. Plague! Uh-oh. Sickness sweeps the settlement. Survivors are stricken without warning, made too weak to even care for themselves. Select 4 survivors with at least 1 hunt XP. They are infected. Each one rolls a d10. Oh, no.
Oh, no. So, I would pick Peter as one of them.
Yep.
And Daisy as another, because they're the least valuable. I wouldn't want to lose either of them, but...
Yep.
And then Agnes as our third, because she's doesn't have a weapon proficiency sorted out yet, even though she's on 2 hunt XP.
Yep.
And then we're going to need to pick one of these guys. Wendy's the least valuable, so I think that's our 4.
Ouch.
And I think, yeah, that is. So this is one of the worst results for this time to occur, and we really need to
get bloodletting.
Yeah, this is horrendous. This is a campaign killer at times.
Okay.
So, all right, I shall roll for Wendy as I've been playing with her.
Sure.
I'm gonna dramatic this.
Okay.
come on, 9 or 10.
7. Dang. So she's dead now, right?
No, she is dead unless she gets treatment at the end of the phase, which requires ammonia. So we'd have to innovate ammonia and treat her.
Can you only innovate once per settlement? Okay, so we basically just have to hit it if it's in here, right?
Yeah. Okay. And then I guess I'm rolling for Daisy.
Yep.
Okay, here we go.
Frick.
Oh, she is gone. She is gone.
And does it spread too?
Yep.
So
okay,
the next
she's dead. So we've got a death milestone to deal with after we finish this.
I'm also going to just put plague on this because that's...
Yep. First time death count is updated. Right. Okay. Yeah, and plague is on there. Oh, yeah, we've got to hit bloodletting.
Yeah.
And or ammonia. This is I'd rather hit ammonia than bloodletting is bloodletting over ammonia as well.
Yeah. Okay.
If we have the choice, but I don't think we're going to get that. Okay, Peter.
8.
So
you need a 9 or a 10 to
another. Yeah.
Okay.
He'll die at the end of the settlement phase.
Do these cards get shuffled back in?
Yes.
Rough.
Although that one is effectively, if we draw it, we get at least a reprieve because you can't have double plague.
Ah, okay.
You'll have just because we already have plague happening.
Yeah.
Okay, and then finally, Agnes also will die at the end of the settlement phase without treatment. So,
how many cards are in this deck?
20 something, I think.
Okay, so 5% chance of hitting. And this, you said this is the worst one?
One of the worst ones.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't quite so bad if you have bloodletting. You'll see it's just a skip next hunt.
Yes.
And that is not as bad, but we don't have bloodletting. We can't easily get bloodletting.
Yeah.
But it is really rough at this stage.
And so luckily though, but like if these survivors die, we lose their perks, which is like obviously sad to lose, but we still keep their gear, which was where a lot of strength still lives for investigators.
Yeah.
So
the really bad thing is plague will coming back next year. It'll then hit. It's going to hit all the returning survivors.
Unless we send in like 4 newbies or like
they'll still we'll have to send in 4 newbies and they'll all come back with 100 XP each and then they might die.
Yeah, we also could do the talking to the shared experience, but that's if we don't hit ammonia. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's ways we can do this.
Yeah, we're gonna just have to see how the navigation goes, and we need to. We got to spend our. But there's one more thing.
Yeah.
Which is we have the stone circle as part of our completed rewards, which is the Antelope specific location.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Okay, and we also do our death thing as well.
Yeah. So that is to principal death.
These are fun.
Okay, there we are.
All right. The group must decide what to do with the first survivor corpse. Choose one. Notably, our first survivor corpse was Daisy, who I think was the first person to ever speak.
Yes.
So the first
harvest.
in,
first out.
Yeah. Cannibalize. Find and place this card. The settlement. Gain a famine stone starter gear. All departing survivors can post for saying no survivor. Or we can bury them. I think we have to do the grave because that's just like what I've been following with this. I have to follow the through line I have for this settlement that they are more, like that kind of thing. So I'm going to go with grave for this one.
Okay, and as you've made this decision, I'm going to just tell you that basically there's not much reason to ever take cannibalize in this game.
Okay.
Until the gambler's chest came out, which isn't on the simulator yet.
Okay.
The maths basically is if you take cannibalize, your population, like you have to constantly maintain it and work very hard to keep it up.
Okay.
Whereas graves does give you some compensation. somewhat. So let's grab it, and you can see.
All right. So we gain the Death Principle Grave. Find the card settlement and record settlement board and record on the record sheet. Okay. Let me see this card.
Yep, I'm just grabbing it now. So I was always going to let you make whichever decision you wanted, but then I was going to tell you that this particular one, there is a right answer at the moment, but it definitely changed once the Gambler's Chest came out, which I really like.
Nice. All right, Graves. All new survivors gain +1 understanding. When a survivor dies during the Hunt or Showdown phase, gain +2 endeavor. When a survivor dies during the settlement phase, we gain +1 endeavor. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
So I'll put that up with the other principles.
And then I got to roll a d10
else.
for this.
Yes.
1. The settlement gathers around the grave, each taking a moment to reflect the loss of the in their place in the darkness. All departing survivors gain +1 survival and +1 understanding. Okay. Nice.
Yep. That is nice. Okay, so we have we are innovating every year until we get where we need to. So we're gonna have to decide what to drop. We've got basic hide and we've got basic organ, but the bone situation has to be a decision made. I wouldn't pick second heart, but we've got the shank bone or the large flat tooth to choose from, so you can decide what you're triaging.
So the shank bone seems to only be on the earrings, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That seems kind of neat, though. And it has scrap, which we don't have. We don't have scrap right now. Okay, I think we'll just do the shank bone then, because we could potentially build another weapon with the beast knuckle, potentially. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll do that.
Okay, yeah, cool. Right, so that is these three and that endeavor.
Yep.
I will clean all that up now.
All right, and we want to hit ammonia on this.
Ammonia, really. Yep, or something that progresses towards...
Okay. Shall I?
Bloodletting. Yep.
Ammonia!
Okay.
And paint. Whoo!
Paint's
amazing. Very good. Yeah, I remember you said the dash.
For my any regulars of my stuff who know anything, I'm just going to put these two together. And could you give me a moment of how sad I am about this? So, paint bladder has exactly one thing you can craft.
Yeah.
It's blood paint. It requires paint to be innovative for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
I would have been saying paint, please.
Yeah.
We got to get paint at some point anyway, because blood paint is my favorite item of all time in the entire game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I love it. I really love it so much.
But unfortunately, we have to take ammonia.
We have to, well, yes, ammonia is still very, very good, and we need it. We can save all of these three.
Yes.
So there is no decision here. That's a good draw, and we get the ammonia consequences, which I think, I'm trying to remember, I think includes bloodletting. Let me grab them. Yes, bloodletting is one of the consequences.
Okay.
So that is something. I think it's just bloodletting. I'll double check that afterwards, but yeah, bloodletting is going into the deck.
Okay.
I'll double check during the in-between bit to make sure that there's nothing else going in. Right, that's a slightly reload off. We're spending all three of these.
Yeah. Oh my god! If we
we'll do one at a time, because on a 1-8 it's select and infecticide. On a 9 we've cured everyone. Okay,
all right,
here we go.
Let's roll.
That is one survivor, so
Wendy.
We know we're going to be saving all of them if it comes to it. So it'll be Wendy first of all.
All right, next one.
Second endeavor.
Good luck.
Yep, nice to save an endeavor.
Yep. Nope.
5? Nope. Okay.
I mean, but
and
if we roll a
then-
9, we still get to remove it from the future, which would also be nice.
Yes, it would be nice. I would like that a lot. 3?
Alright, that's fine.
No. Okay.
But I mean, like we got the first step of the plan we set out, right? Which was just have people not die
Yeah.
to the plague.
Yeah.
Except for Daisy,
So-
but you know, first in, first out. We can't break that rule. That's defined.
When you get pretty good at the game, the vast majority of deaths happen in circumstances like this. There's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. That's fine. Okay, but we've gone past that. We know we're going to have plague coming again next year. The risk of people dying. So we are probably going to be taking just a bunch of newbies out to roll for them.
Only downside is we didn't get 3 hides. Well, we did, but we had to spend 1. We didn't get 4 hides, so we can't get another full armor set.
Yeah, we can't get but we can do like a full armor set, like getting gloves and boots, and then.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, we just can't get like the full 5, but we can still get 4. Like I think we still craft as much as we can, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well,
because we have helmet and we have headband and vest right now, so we might as well do, as you said, gloves and boots.
Yeah. Well, you might want to decide, because the pelt is required to make the beast knuckle. So if we want to make the beast knuckle, this would be the large flat tooth and the pelt. This is the moment to do it. But it doesn't. We don't necessarily have to pull the trigger immediately, because we've nearly got the second set of rawhide made.
Yeah.
And so the decision point now for you is we do want to get 4 armor sets. That's kind of like pretty much the baseline.
Yeah.
What armor set do you want to pursue next? So your options are to go for a white lion armor set, a antelope armor set, or we could push, now we have ammonia, to getting the leather worker open.
To get the next set over there. I see. Okay.
This is
so basically,
that's for you to think about.
For what I'm gathering is basically now we are trying to, like, between Nemesis encounters, we're trying to like basically build up towards the next Nemesis encounter. It's kind of like what it comes to, what the game loop is from here point in terms of like settlement phase.
Yeah, the loop now we're looking at is maintain the settlement, build gear to win showdown fights, to get better gear, and so on and so forth. So it's a good thing of like deciding where we're going to go now. You sampled both of the early game monsters. There's a while before a new quarry monster appears on the quarry list. So I just wanted to be like, which we're going to make. I think we're probably going to make one of these 2 sets at least. We can decide if we're going to make 2. So which one would you like to go for? And it might be worth looking at as well the weapons, because we're still deciding what that extra weapon type's going to be, if there's anything there. So this is the sort of
this is the point. This is the moment. I see. So because here's a question: because we started one of these, just this rawhide. Do we eventually want to like upgrade even out of rawhide down the road?
Eventually, rawhide will fall off. We'll need to graduate up to better armor to fight stronger monsters. So then, which is why I don't think we go past 2 rawhide armor sets.
Okay, so then it might still be worth it to still build a rawhide set just for the meantime, so we can have like 2 tankier people. Okay.
Yeah, we definitely finish 1 rawhide set.
Okay.
I absolutely agree with that. I'm just which direction you want to go for the 3rd armor set.
Ooh. Okay, that's a great question.
You can do it based on vibes, but you don't get to see the vibes of the leather set.
Yeah.
We don't.
We have to upgrade that to do that. Yeah. Okay. So, of the 2 fights, funnily enough, I was more scared of the antelope, but that might just be because it's new. I don't know. I like, just looking at the art, I like the white lion a bit more, but I don't know. This does look really sick.
Check out them 1980s leg warmers.
Hell yeah. Warmers. All right. I'm going to say, I think, even though getting devoured was scary, I think I want to go for antelope, because you have me hyped on this blood paint, and I want to make sure we can get this later for sure.
Well, we can guarantee getting that by just not spending the bladder.
Yes.
And putting it in the settlement storage. So I really do want the blood paint, but we can lock it in. We just need to get paint, which...
But I guess we also, but really it also comes down to which of the two monsters we're fighting more, right? Like, because that would be like, this is like the one we're grinding for gear.
We're probably going to grind it maybe 2 to 4 times, depending on how the drops are.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, if you want a rough estimation, the spiral horn is a little tricky to get to drop. Mm-hmm. It's rarer than like the great cat bone over here, so this is probably slightly easier to unlock. But you can also see the affinity colors. This has a lot more affinities on it. Yeah.
Okay. I guess we could also look at our weapons for how that's going to determine it as well, too, right?
Absolutely.
Because right now we have the spear, which has red.
Mm-hmm. There's more weapon options on the Catarium also. Okay.
Well, I guess the question is then, like, do we spend the pelt for this? Because basically what you're essentially asking me right now is basically like, if we spend the pelt, we're probably not doing the antelope. We're probably doing more lion. It's kind of like what the vibe I'm feeling more is right now.
That's kind of what I think is about where we're going. If we're going to grab the beast knuckle, yeah, sure. Like, well, if we're going to do the lion, then we should definitely consider making the beast knuckle. If we're going to do the antelope, we could maybe think of other things for a bit.
All right, I think
it'll probably come again.
I think I want to do the beast knuckle. We need a 4th weapon, like you said. So, and that is. Let me ask actually before we craft this fully. The beast knuckle is a weapon type that we can get a specialization in, right?
Yes, it's a weapon. Yeah,
then yes, let's do that because you did say we are looking for a 4th.
Yep. Okay, that's decided our 4th weapon type for now, or perhaps the weapon of the person who starts doing some fisting.
Yep.
Right. Okay. This is a weapon I don't use too often. Not that it's bad.
Weapon, melee, guitar bone. 4 paired. When you wound this weapon, monster gains -1 toughness till the end of the attack. Oh, that's cool. So what does paired mean?
Paired means you can have a second copy of the weapon in the gear grid, and then it adds its speed to the first one. So what you get is 1 copy of the beast knuckle effectively with 4 strength, and then you have a second copy of the beast knuckle with 4 speed with 2 speed, but you have to ignore the special abilities on it. They're all turned off unless they're negative.
Okay.
It gives you like flexibility choice, but effectively you've got a second weapon in your gear grid that's kind of most of the time giving you +2 speed.
Okay.
This is Well, I'm very happy to use the beast knuckle a bit. That's going to be fun. In fact, I really wish Silas hadn't started this dagger part.
Skids started the dagger, because the guitar would have been a bit more fun.
That would have been fun, yeah. That would have definitely been fun.
Okay.
But then maybe Wendy can start, or Agnes. I don't know. Agnes probably should take it. Okay. Oh, cool. So, did you decide were you going to go after the white lion armor then, or?
Oh, we can buy a whip here. We don't have a bone, but we now have the. I'm just looking at this ammonia stuff.
Yeah, you can get a whip. Yeah, but very short on bone. You might want to decide if these two have special, unique single craft items.
Second heart.
So,
speed powder.
Yeah. We do have...
And then the Screaming Brain. The Screaming Brain is just the brain. Just brain mint.
Yeah.
And we have 2 organs.
Yeah. You can spend the testes here easily.
So we might as well also just use this hide to make another of the rawhide set.
Yeah.
We might as well do...
Do you want boots or gloves?
Yeah, let's just do... Let me just see what they do. Gloves is when you depart. Boots is when you depart. It doesn't matter. Just choose the first one you see.
Gloves it is, then.
Yeah. It has the red, but I don't think there's anyone that Skids can use it, but it's still... Yeah. Alright. Brain mint or speed powder. So, if I'm looking at speed powder, what I'm going to wager is it's either going to give you, like, evasion... It's going to probably give you evasion. If I'm looking at brain mint, honestly, no idea what that could actually do for you.
So how about you pull the trigger on both of them?
Can I do both?
You can do both, yeah. We've got.
Oh, then yeah, let's do both. Let's do both. I thought we were missing 1 organ. No, but we have enough to do both. Let's do both.
We've got both. We're just spending the lion testes, which is fine because That just means we miss out on Frenzy Drink. But, I mean, it has been 2 years since I have played with Speed Powder. It's very, very rare to get dropped. It's a very, very rare drop.
I think also
less so, but still.
Yeah, I think also James just crafted the Lion Testes drink. So
yeah. Okay. Right. So boom, boom. There you go. I'll put these away while you.
Speed Power. Suffer 2 brain damage. Gain +1 speed token. Oh, speed. So that gives you more dice when you're attacking. Okay, that seems pretty legit. The 2 brain damage is scary, but that's kind of like what Insanity's for. Yeah. And then Brain Mint, consume, remove all your tokens and stand up. You may use this while knocked down, use once per showdown. That seems pretty legit too. Does consume doesn't archive it, right? It's just you can use it.
No, it's just a word on there, but if you're unable to consume, then you wouldn't be able to consume it.
Okay.
I've just realized something. I was going to make an executive decision. I'm going to overrule you on the gloves.
Sure.
For a reason that people are going to know. We do need the gloves.
Okay.
But actually, I want bandages. We need bandages.
Oh, sure. Is there something to maybe do with someone who's going to be Jason Voorhees on us to death or something?
I couldn't possibly comment on that, but it's one of the earliest ways of getting rid of bleeding tokens. So.
Okay. Sounds great. Which is probably maybe good to have for some reason, right?
It's just good all round. I mean, you saw what Bite does. That was 2 bleed in itself.
And I think we'll make more Dridecanthus too.
Yes, that's very good. But next time we absolutely get this rawhide set finished for sure. If we have generate hide, okay, and that is that gone. I'm going to put this lovely bladder into settlement storage. Right? Can I just? Yeah, there we go.
Oh, we have a perfect bone too.
We do. If you want to do something with that, you might want to look into upgrading the core locations. These 3. Yeah. And the lowly ant doesn't really have much we can do with right now, so...
Perfect. He's just vibing.
He's just hanging out, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we need to update. Did you update population number when Daisy crashed?
No, I did not, no.
Right, okay. So I'm going to put deceased there, pull the population back down to 15. Okay, put these back over here. Right, okay, so I think that looks pretty done for now. I think we can wrap up here and then do a little bit of admin of setting up ready for the next hunt. So have you made your decision? Is it lions or antelopes or tigers?
When do we have to fight? Is the butcher at the end of or do we have to fight the butcher?
Will be instead of Lantern Year 4's hunt. So it's good. We've got
so we just have a normal hunt. Okay, I was already mentally getting the spin. Like, all right, next week it's butcher time, but no. So that's the end of okay.
Yeah, we've got one more monster to go to get maybe that rawhide set complete before the butcher.
Let's do Antelope because I think another Beast Knuckles is the way to go while also doing all of this as well.
Okay, sounds great. All right, there we go then.
Okay. And hopefully we don't have as bad of a hunt as we did last time, but...
Antelope's a skitterish beast, you never know. It is what it is, but we'll get that all set up in between, so...
Sweet. All right.
That's it for now.
Well, thanks for watching, everybody. Next week, we'll have... Sorry, in 2 weeks, because the videos are coming out every 2 weeks. But we'll be going up against the Antelope again, and hopefully getting some more... getting another armor set done, some more stuff, and hopefully less casualties in
Hopefully we get hit... bloodletting so we can solve this plague problem.
Yes, and just like not have to worry about it without spending all of our frickin' endeavors.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next week. In 2 weeks again. Sorry, I'm just used to saying next week. But have a good one, and as always, a GG's.